In this review video, we're going to start talking about the domain. So the definition of the domain is just all the inputs you put into your function. And typically it just means like the x values that you're allowed to plug in or the x values that you see on the graph. All right, it's just x values are inputs. So domain is always asking for your inputs. All right, so if you had a question like this, you're going to find the domain of this function. Are just looking at this function is a bunch of different points. And this point, its x value is -7, so that's in the domain. This x value is -6, that's in the domain. This point's x value is -1. This one's 3, and this one's 4. So that's the domain. It's just all the x values of those points. All right, so you can see you kind of list them here. Curly brackets represents you're kind of putting a group of things, but all those x values together make up the domain of this function. This is a function kind of graph we're more used to seeing, kind of continuous line. But again, if we ask the same question, what x values does our graph have? It starts here, and you can see it starts at -7. It's hitting all these x values as I'm going along. Right, all these points, I'm kind of just going down towards the x-axis, still hitting everything. And then once I get down here, I hit 7, and I stop hitting stuff after that. So I'm hitting all these x values. If I pick any point or any x value in between -7 and 7, I can hit my graph. Makes that my domain. All right, it's everything starting at -7 and ending at +7. So you're looking at a graph, just ask what x values does my graph hit, and that's your domain. All right, so make sure you look at all the other parts of domain before you attempt the practice exam.